Hey everybody, thanks for watching another tax software training video. It is January the 7th and we are in full-on tax season and wanted to bring to your attention somewhat and recognize the fact that this year more than any other, we are experiencing a lot of mobile preparers. What I mean by that is you have people out in the field taking laptops out, doing returns, and just drumming up business and doing a good job. But we wanted to specifically talk about that and the challenges that it presents and how to best address those and configure your scenario to make sure that it runs as smoothly as possible, given that circumstance. So let's say that this is one of our mobile preparers. All right, they've been hooked up to the network. They're going out in the field now, and they want to work. So we need to make sure that first of all, they are not grabbing all of the data from the mothership. What I mean by that is that when they're transmitting or when they're sending returns, that they are sending them to the main office first. We're talking office to office transfer, meaning they're out in the field, returns are ready to be reviewed, they send them to the office, you review them, you then transmit them on their way. So it's very, very simple to do in a basic scenario. We just need to make sure a couple of things are configured correctly, that the preparers aren't accidentally sending the returns without you having a chance to put eyeballs on them. Okay? So first thing is we don't want our preparers to be able to e-file. And so we're talking about preparer security. When they're logging in and using their login, they're going in and their preparer security, preparer security is set under the e-file security menu that they are not transmitting electronic returns. This needs to say no. Again, I went from 7 to, go back real quick. So you go from configuration number 7 to number 1, prepare setup, to prepare menu, to your prepare, to prepare security, to e-file menu security. Holy cow. Making sure that they're not e-filing. So they can office to office transfer, but they're not e-filing. So let's back up real quick. And here we go. So now, what do they do when they're ready to send those returns off to the mothership? They're going to come into e-file. They're going to click on e-file utilities, office to office transfer, and send returns to another office. So they come in here, they say they want to send these guys, you click OK, and you have your preparer password. Let's just say it's admin. Click OK, and we put those out into space. So you do have to have internet connectivity in order to do that. And then, would you like to print a list? Nah, I'm good. Which returns, the office now needs to pull those down. So you come in here, you retrieve returns from another office, put in your EFIN number, put in your admin password, and here come those returns. There it is. Click OK, and you've returned successfully recalled. Tells me exactly who it is, print the report out, go in, and do the return. That's as challenging as it is. Preparer comes back into the office, you hook them back up to the network, they work on their laptop, it's time for them to go again, they unhook from the network, and that actually brings up a good point. We need to make sure that that laptop, when it pulls off the network, that it's looking at itself as the server. So when you take that laptop out off, it's going to say, hey, where am I getting my instructions from now? Where am I sending this data to? If it's looking at the server, let's just say for a second, mine's probably not set up the way it should be, that I currently have it set up as no and sorry, and I'm mapped to some computer else in the office. So what I'm doing here is needing to set this back to where it's looking at itself. So when you come into this menu, if it's on the network, it should look like this. Is this the file server? No. No. And then this would be mapped to another computer, not to its own self. So file server, we're going to say is yes. This is yes, and this is looking at itself. Okay, so when I pull off, I'm not looking for instructions from the server, from the mothership to get my commands. Okay, I'm looking at myself now. I can go out in the field and do what I need to do. So that is the other thing that you need to, if the computer's going on and off the network and you're using regular desktop, that's one of the other things to keep in mind. Other than that, there's not too much to it that I want to bury everybody down in the muck and the mire. High level, office to office transfer allows you to send returns from a remote laptop to the main office to be reviewed, retrieve them into the server or into the system, review them, and then transmit them off. Making sure that the preparer is not e-filing returns without your eyeballs on it and picking up all of your acknowledgments. So all that they're doing is office to office transfer. That's where we set up those security permissions. So hope this was helpful. Go out, get it done. You got any questions, give us a call. And we appreciate the opportunity to work with you and look forward to celebrating your successful season. Thanks so much.